We'll call the meeting in order. It's now 5:35.
Do you want to just start?
Planning board meeting. Yeah, we'll just start going through just what's on our agenda, covering what's on the coming up for the town meeting next Monday in regards to the warrants and the bylaws for marijuana.
Okay. The first thing in your packet is a copy of the minutes from May 15th, which has the actual motion for the bylaws. And you may want to keep that handy because that's what we're going to be backing into. You have that under here?
Mm-hmm.
There.
Oh, there it is, yes.
Yeah, but you need the opposite side, so I put the big arrow there. And in there it refers to the discussion from the May 8th meeting, so I put the May 8th minutes there so you can see the discussion, because that was basically the only thing that was discussed. Okay, so there's your background. So then we had to submit something to the Board of Selectmen so they could put it, make warrants from it. So that was the June 4th, the first version, June 4th. So you follow me?
Yep.
Right back. Okay. And, oh dear, you're out of order.
Wait a minute, isn't it the chair that uses the gavel to call people out of order?
Wow. I didn't get it up, but I can go get it.
Well, they told me to have to go through my paperwork.
It's a single page. It's dated June 4th. There you go. And then we decided that there you go. Then we decided that that wasn't everything that needed to be done. We needed more wording.
Mm-hmm.
So then we go to the next version, which is dated June 20th, which has the expanded version, and on the back side it has a little more detail on section 512. So that's the last thing we submitted, and that's what they made the warrants from. And you have a copy of the warrants there. So then, all set? So then we had to submit the report and recommendation for this special town meeting. So on the 13th, we did that, did the cover letter. You've got a little packet there, cover letter, and something explaining all of the little, each warrant that we're involved in. Okay. The next thing you have in your packet is just a sample of, I wrote on the top, current handout to the public, this one here. That's what they're currently seeing if they come to see Kathy. You got that there?
Yep.
Okay. Which has the, actually the latest thing we sent them. That was if they voted yes. And then this is the other, which has ours. To today. So I have this, the bylaw, this is dated August 21st. Memo to the select board with the changes, because what we submitted before did not match the actual motion. So if you look back on your actual motion, way back in the beginning, in the pink,
Oh, going back to
this one right here.
that one, yep.
Yep, that's what we need to match up to. So all the changes I made to what we have are highlighted in yellow and should match the motion. She said confidently.
She being you.
Yes.
Gotcha.
That is her.
Okay, so we're basically gonna be voting on these. We'll reference the August 21st letter, is
Yes,
that correct?
yes,
And we're gonna be voting on the highlighted changes.
right.
Okay.
And then the next packet is the letter that Glenn signs, the actual report, and the changes to each article dated the 21st in the front.
I got the 13th on this one.
That's the original one that we submitted. I think it may have come unglued. That says August 21st? Yep.
20, oh, okay,
And here's the
That
letter
one.
that goes on top of that.
okay.
Yeah, be careful, Bob, you get out of order really easy.
He took the paper clip off. And so any changes were highlighted, and Bob, you had mentioned that we didn't put in the other one the rest of the version about, in the actual articles, in any case where the measurement is in question.
Is determined to be in question. The planning board may require verification of distances by a registered land surveyor at the expense of the applicant.
Right, and I put that on Articles 3 and 4. I did not list it in Article 5, because that would kind of, we weren't listing every little teeny tiny thing in Article 5. If you can, if you want, I can put it in. But it was, Article 5 was kind of a synopsis of what that was about.
It's referring to basically to Article 3 and 4.
Right.
Yes.
You know, I thank Attorney O'Toole for this letter. However, when we first started this, I remember specifically asking, should we get a draft of what we're proposing to the town attorney?
Right.
And everybody, not everybody on this board, but it was, no, you don't have to. And now we're finding that there's some deficiencies that we can't change at this point.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
Well, also the question is, comes down, back when we first started talking about this, ways back, a lot of it was unknown territory to a lot of cities and towns. So even their attorneys were questioning what the law meant, because it wasn't towards just a couple months ago they came to a final decision on what was what.
yeah, it would have been nice though if after that meeting that we had at the Council on Aging building, in the small office, if at that point things could have been forwarded
To the attorney.
to the town attorney, or to one of our town attorneys.
And then I think there was some confusion in the very beginning as to exactly what we needed to provide.
And thinking about it, we also may have been under the premise that and I'm not trying to justify this, that the ad hoc committee, as we proposed our package, that they were going to
Right.
move forward with that. Doesn't make any difference, it's water under the bridge, and we just have to move forward with what we have at this point in time.
Right. So all we're doing is correcting these to match our motion.
Right.
In just regards to that too, he's not saying that it's not correct. He's just saying that it could be worded better, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the definitions and everything,
Right,
and,
then we would have had to change that section too.
right. Well, I guess the fact that we're primarily just gonna have one retail operation as a limit for the town.
Right.
The cultivation end is certainly open to quite a bit.
Yes.
We'll just have to deal with it as it comes. And as Jimmy said in one of the very early meetings, this is a living, breathing thing.
Right.
We're gonna have to adjust, as other communities in the state are gonna have to adjust accordingly.
And that's just with anything that's new to towns and
Yeah.
cities and, you know, that comes up throughout the years. The first time you don't always get everything that you want in there, but that's why it's open to change it, you know, next year if you need be, you know.
That's right.
Make changes to it if not, you know. What we do have is definitely, I think, a good starting point,
Yes.
you know. And I would suspect the AG's office is gonna have a lot on their hands because all the cities and towns are, you know, submitting their changes for their bylaws or,
Wasn't there
So the
something
guidelines.
back about the Attorney General might extend the,
Yes, while we were in the middle of this process, the Attorney General was going to allow the communities with either a mayor vote or a select board vote, or maybe a city council vote, to extend the moratoriums. I can't remember what the period of time was, but it did not have to go to a community vote.
right.
Yeah. So, I wonder if these definitions are defined in the Cannabis Control Act.
they are, but I don't think we can reference that now with what we have.
But isn't that that spells out a lot of different rules, regs, laws
Right.
that the entire state of Massachusetts has to conform to.
Right.
And if those definitions are in there, then we can just simply say, this is the broad picture.
Well, we can't add any more to this.
No.
Because,
No,
and,
I understand what you're saying, Bob. The Mass General Law speaks to certain things, and that would, you know, supersede us as far as, you know, if we're saying, you know, X, Y, and Z, well, we can look at the law. If the law says, well, that's not allowed, then we can't allow it if this law says it's not allowed.
but we can't say that on this right now.
Right.
No, but I think he's
But
saying.
it is,
But
you could say
there are
that,
definitions in
Right.
yes,
the MGL
yes.
that we can fall
Actually-
back on.
This packet, this little piece that you have
Yep.
is the definition, are the definitions. This is what Chris gave me. Kathy made copies.
Okay.
And he highlighted a part there on page 3.
Yeah, I know.
If you can read through the
I
darkness.
hate photocopied, highlighted things.
But the whole thing, Mass General Law 94G, is all about
Yeah.
marijuana.
Right.
So,
This is referring to a
We're-
marijuana establishment, what the definition of marijuana establishment is. That's all.
I feel that we're in good shape. We've been asked to do what we needed to, what we had to do. We tailored the broad scope to fit our community.
Yes.
And, or so we think it'll fit our community based on the August 27th special town meeting.
Right.
Right. Okay. So what do we have to do now? We have to make a motion to approve each article as,
Well, I don't know,
amend-
each article or each, I don't know, you want to go each document?
Just the documents that we're noting different, and I think it's actually highlighted, so the cannabis, retail, commercial, growth operations. We changed the words to match the motion, the warrants. So,
Do you want to go into any great detail on the, other than say, motion made to accept changes to the, I suppose we should list each document, to the August 21, 2018 memo to the planning board,
to the select board.
I'm sorry,
Board of Selectmen.
Board of Selectmen regarding the proposed zoning bylaw for retail/commercial cannabis, comma, that takes care of that one document. Letter to the select board, town meeting members, right?
Correct.
Dated August 21, 2018. Explaining Articles 3, 4, and 5. To be addressed at the August 27, 2018 special town meeting. Ta-da. Does that sound right? Report and recommendation. Letter to town meeting members.
This is Articles 3 through 6.
3, 4, and 5.
But here it says, the following report of the planning board pertains to Articles 3
Good catch.
through 6.
Okay, so I need to change that to 5. It was 6 at first, but then when I read it through, I said, nope, that's not us. So 3 through 5, I'll change that. You get that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But somehow I want to report and recommendation, a letter of report and recommendation to town meeting members. Okay, let me go over this again.
This is going to be the motion.
Right. Motion made to accept changes to the August 21, 2018 memo to the Board of Selectmen regarding the proposed zoning bylaw for retail/commercial cannabis. Letter of report and recommendation to town meeting members dated August 21, 2018, explaining Articles 3, 4, and 5 to be addressed at the August 27, 2018 special town meeting. Did I miss anything?
No, then change the next line, yeah, the report is a result of public input at the joint planning board and select board. I put Board of Selectmen. We keep on going
Okay.
back and forth with the name, so we're consistent with the one.
Okay. I can change that. Anything else? I need,
Changes as written.
changes as written. Okay. So I need a motion. Do you want me to make the motion?
You sure, since you can read it right there?
Okay. I make a motion. I'm going to read it to make it official. I make a motion to accept changes as written to the August 21, 2018 memo to the Board of Selectmen regarding the proposed zoning bylaw for retail/commercial cannabis. Letter of report and recommendation to town meeting members dated August 21, 2018, explaining Articles 3, 4, and 5 to be addressed at the August 27, 2018 special town meeting.
I will second it. I second the motion.
All right. Is there any discussion?
No?
No? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Is anybody opposed?
Nobody else? Nobody else here?
Motion carries.
Okay. I will make the change to this, will you be available tomorrow?
Yes.
I will send it to Kathy so she can print it, so you can sign
I'll
it,
sign it, I'll stop by.
so she can start making copies.
Yes. I'll stop by first thing in the morning, so she'll get it out and ready.
Okay. So now, well done?
Hmm?
Well done?
What's that?
Are we all done?
Yes, ma'am. I don't have anything else.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.